welcome some great shows to Mystic Lake Amphitheater. Guns N' Roses.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight.
We'll be there August 8th. Motley Crue.
I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes.
We'll be there August 21st. And Santana.
Just walk away, Renee. You won't see me come follow you back home.
And the Doobie Brothers.
Build me up, buttercup, baby. You let me down.
On August 27th, get the complete details on all of our upcoming shows on the concert page at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
Couple 13-14 past, Common Man program. Hour number 2, as always, starts with another episode of 5-3-4.
Time now for 5 questions. Well, actually 3, but 5 sounds like more than 4. Brought to you by Willow River Company. Question number 1.
We're gonna win, Twins, we're gonna score.
It's now time to delve deep into Twins territory.
Crack out a home run, shot a hit, hooray! Cheer for the Minnesota Twins today.
It's time for your Minnesota Twins mid-season awards. Common, who is your Twins mid-season MVP?
Tom Polak. No, I would have to. I guess I'd have to say Byron Buxton, even though he's been hurt and he's on the IL. He's had an all-star type season. Him or Joe Ryan.
Yeah,
I would give it to. I think I would give it to Byron Buxton.
All right. How about your Minnesota Twins midseason biggest surprise?
Boy, maybe Larnach. He's had a surprisingly good season, and if you remember, Tim, he was supposed to be a power hitter at first. He's got to change the whole way he plays. He's now is it pitch to no, that's what pitchers do. He tries to make contact with the ball. He's been very good for the team. He's I would say him, and then I guess I never knew what to expect from Taj Bradley, and
sure.
I think, what I've heard? There are rumors that they're thinking of changing the name of the stadium from Target Field to Taj Mahal. That's what they're thinking of doing. I'll send it to rewrite and have them punch it up.
And then finally, your Twins midseason biggest disappointment.
At one point, it was Royce Lewis, but now he is playing better.
I think you could still consider him.
Yeah, I guess you could. I don't.
Given the expectations.
Yeah, maybe so, but I didn't expect that much from a lot of the other guys, so I don't even know if I would say.
Maybe Wallner, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I don't even know if I could answer that one, but yeah, maybe Lewis.
Question number 2. It's time now for a look at the Lynx.
Rookie Olivia Miles made history in the Lynx 104-100 win over the Phoenix Mercury last night. Miles scored 33 points, the most by a Lynx rookie ever. And the 70 combined points she had with Kayla McBride were the number 2 output by a duo in team history, behind the 74 points that Maya Moore and Lindsay Whalen put up combined in 2014. Also, Miles became the first WNBA player, not rookie, first WNBA player to ever reach 400 points, 100 rebounds, and 100 assists in 22 games. Common, will Olivia Miles continue to amass Lynx and WNBA records throughout her career?
Well, unless she gets hit by a steamroller, I don't see how she can't. I mean, this, could you say beginner's luck? I don't think this is luck. I knew nothing about her. I don't pay that close attention to women's college. I don't pay close attention to anything except my golf game. I started out with 4 double bogeys today, and it went downhill from there.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it was just like it's like I never played. I shot a 75 Saturday. I picked up on 12, played Willingers. They had the sign out for me, though, for the parking spot. deserved for the official, unofficial ambassador of Minnesota Golf. I don't know. I'm writing it off as one of those days, and I'm hoping it was just one of those days. What did you ask me about? Oh, I don't see. Yeah, she's even better than advertised. I mean, you just rattled off those numbers. Especially when you have to actually repeat, not rookie, just any WNBA player. It's astonishing, really, what she's done. And so, hats off to her. I would think she'll just continue to get better. Unless she's so good right now, how can she get any better, right? So, but this...
She's a rookie, so maybe there is.
Well, maybe there's room for growth. I don't know, but she's awfully good.
Question number 3. It's time now to consider the course.
Nick Faldo, are you a Faldo guy or Faldo guy? Faldo or Faldo?
I'm a Faldo.
Faldo. Nick Faldo had some harsh words for Bryson DeChambeau as he is gearing up for the Open at Royal Birkdale. Faldo said, quote, "I'd say it to his face, DeChambeau has zero clue on strategy." He said, "Last year I'm going to go out and attack the links." Well, I've never attacked the links. You thread it, don't you? You feed it down the fairway. You look at humps and bumps. If I send it over and feed it, it nudges back into play. You don't think, oh, I'll just blast it down there. Can't see where I'm going. The fairway is 20 yards wide. You've got to think, how do I get it on the short grass? It is so important. Common, what is your reaction to Faldo's comments about DeChambeau?
Well, he's right. We've talked about this, Tenneby, oftentimes, particularly if it's former pros, like in football, baseball, whatever, sometimes they're not as critical.
Gun shy.
Yeah, they're just not as critical of players because they've been there before, whatever the case may be. But Johnny Miller was one of the first that just called it as it is. And he'd say, that was a terrible shot. And Faldo, I think, is pretty good at that, too. And he's just telling the truth because DeChambeau just did think I'll overpower everything, right? And we were discussing this the other day about, I remember when I first started playing golf, I liked Parkland-style golf courses, and then I liked link style, then back and forth. And, and I enjoy both of them. Link style is the one that is. And you know what? Yeah, there are times you think you've hit a perfect shot and you get a bad carom and it goes into the gorse or goes into the heather or goes into a barranca and you just go, well, you didn't deserve that. I didn't. Well, that's part of the rub of, it's the puck luck.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's the rub of the green, as they like to say. So, but Faldo's right. That's how you have to think your way around those golf courses. They're even talking about, maybe we discussed this yesterday, where this course is so firm and fast. And that's just because they've had really warm, dry weather. It's not like they intentionally did this. But it's like you can hit the ball a country mile now. There are going to be guys just pounding the ball. You have to be much more careful because you'll run it right through greens. But, I think he's right about DeChambeau. And remember when it worked, when he won his first U.S. Open? He won it at Winged Foot. And he did the bomb and gouge strategy. That's where that came from, bomb and gouge. I'll just hit it so far that, because those older courses are kind of landlocked a little bit, right? They don't have any room for growth. They can't get any longer. They've been able to push them to 72 or 3 or 4 maybe, but they can't get them long enough. So DeChambeau would just hit it as far as he could. Then he would just gouge it out of the rough, but he's close to the green and he was able to win that way. But you can't, that strategy, the legendary one, was it Woods when he won at St. Andrews, or was it one of the other? He's won so many majors, 15 of them. I think he's won 2 or 3 Open championships. Maybe it's 3. He hit 2-iron off every single tee except I think one tee shot. Just hit 2-iron, just hit stingers. Just keep the ball in play, hit it out there. So I think I wouldn't disagree with Nicky Faldo.
Question number 3. It's time now to take a peek at the pitch.
France takes on Spain about 50 minutes from now in the semifinals of the World Cup. Tomorrow in the other semi, it'll be England versus Argentina. That's also a 2 p.m. start. Common, which of the final 4 will win the World Cup?
Well, if FIFA has their way, it'll be Messi and Argentina, and they seem to get their way. I would. They've sort of been walking a tightrope, a la Carl Wallenda. Remember, they almost lost at Cape Fear.
Well, even the last game against Switzerland.
Last game against Switzerland, and then there was another one where they down like. Were they the ones that were down like 3-0 or 3-1 or something and roared back and tied the game? And
that might have been Belgium before they played the U.S.
Yeah. So,
I feel like they've had a couple comebacks in this. Argentina has, though.
They have. But, I'm told, am I right that going into the tournament, the best odds were for France, were they considered the best? So, I'm going to go with, what is it called, going with the chalk? I think it will be France and Argentina. And, after that, it's a coin flip. I would suppose if France is the favorite, I guess they'll win. But, maybe because Messi will probably never play in another World Cup, right? Because isn't he like 40-ish? So this is probably going to be it for him. So maybe he finds a way, does the, who dat going to beat them Saints pep talk before, and everybody says win one for the Messi, and maybe they are able to rise to the occasion and win. But
in hockey, especially when you're in the Minnesota Wild, you get in the playoffs, you need to stay out of the penalty box. You avoid the other team being on the power play.
Yes.
Against Argentina, you need to avoid set pieces.
Yeah,
got to limit the amount of set pieces they have.
You have to limit the amount of set pieces. Whatever you just said, I agree with.
And that's it for today's edition of 5 Questions. Well, actually 3 questions, but 5 sounds like more than 4.
Brought to you by our friends at Willow River Company, your outdoor living specialists. They do great work pulling weeds for you. They don't spray them at my house. They pull them by hand. They did a landscape job for me, gave me some recommendations. It's just terrific. I love what they've done. I water the new flowers by hand at night. It's therapeutic. I could get them to water the flowers, I guess, but I can do that. They'll mow your lawn. They'll do aeration, irrigation installation, startup, blowout in the fall. Whatever it is with your yard, they can get it done, including arborists, over 10 on staff that know trees. Oh, they know trees, trust me. Family owned and operated. They treat you like family. Come join the family. They're outdoor living experts. WillowRiverCompany.com. That's WillowRiverCompany.com.
The Fan and BigDeck.com want to give you a shot to win bonus bucks with our national cash contest. Enter the keyword fun at KFAN.com now for a shot of winning. That keyword is fun. Enter it now at KFAN.com.
The Common Man.
You sound high, but you don't sound that drunk.
Weekdays at
Sports news, exclusive contests, and more. Follow at KFAN 1003 on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X to stay connected.
MLB All-Star Game tonight, is that correct?
Correct.
Where is it being played this year?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. We call that the Windy City.
Yes.
It's always windy there for some reason. And then they did that home run derby thing last night.
Mm-hmm.
Someone named Jordan Walker. He is the St. Louis Cardinals right fielder. He won. That's his first derby title, and it's his first appearance. And he's the first Cardinal to win the derby after outlasting the hometown hero Philadelphia Phillies slugger Kyle Schwarber in the final. It was a power-packed night in Philly as Tampa Bay Rays third baseman Junior Caminero hit a ball 491 feet for the longest blast of the night. And then he was eliminated in the semis. Hometown hero Bryce Harper was eliminated in the first round after not being able to beat Schwarber's 10 first-round homers. And the Yankees' first baseman Benny Rice had the lowest total with 7 home runs in his first-round exit. 7. What was he doing there? Tennessee checks swings and hits home runs during slow-pitch softball. I think they changed the rules, I heard. It used to be you swing as many times as you can in a certain amount of period of time. Now they changed that to just everybody had the same number of swings, which makes, to me, it's better that way, because if it turns into just like a beat the clock kind of a thing, well, then guys are just going to rush it because, let's say I guess you probably know, right? You're not all swinging at the same time. So you know how far you're behind, and you know you need more swings, and it's
puts pressure on your pitcher too.
Yeah. And haven't we had players say they come out of home run derby and they've it's sort of like Tenneby, you've had an experience that's not unlike that of a PGA Tour player. So I asked you about golf. A lot of people don't like scrambles because they feel like it throws their swing. Just because everybody knows what a scramble does. Well, yeah, because you're swinging as hard as you possibly can. So everybody's trying to drive the ball as far as they can. So it kind of goofs with their swing because they overswing, and then they bring that to the golf course, and it takes them a while to get that out of their system. And I think I've recalled tales of players who, after home run derby, they've been terrible because they're just. I
felt like was it Morneau?
I think it was maybe Morneau said that. I think Morneau. I think that happened to him. I think that was it. That's exactly right.
It was like an MVP by the All-Star break and just fell apart.
I think that's it. And I think he may have attributed that in part to home run derby. I am, you know what's coming here, Tenneby. You know me. I always downplay everything. You know, I'm a wet blanket, and it's not even Wednesday yet. I've never been in a home run derby. I don't know why people. Why do people? What's the point of it? You have somebody on the mound that's basically throwing. I mean, he's
meatballs.
He's throwing meatballs up to you, and we know guys can hit it a long way. They can hit home runs. There's not a guy in Major League Baseball that can't hit a home run. You have some guys, the 5'7" guys that might only hit one a career or one a year, but they can still hit it over if you square up and time it right. I've told you how when first time I saw somebody slam dunk a basketball, I went, whoa. The second time I went, huh. And then the third time, hey, you're 6'10". Even if you're 6'5", you should be able. You're athletic. You got some hops. Kids still say that, or is hops out. That used to be if you could jump through the gymnasium roof. You used to,
ups or hops.
Ups or hops, whatever they call it. And the same thing with a home run. Okay, so you can hit a home run. So why is that entertaining even to watch? Well, hit that a long way.
I'm wondering if you like to do psychology, the psychology of the average adult, or specifically male adult.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a nostalgia thing? Because I'm with you. I can't tell you the last time I watched a home run derby. It's been so long because it completely bores me. But as a kid, I liked it and thought it was cool. And Chris Berman doing the back, right? It was all your favorite. Back then, you actually had your best players were doing the home run derby. Now it's just guys you've never heard of.
Right.
But for the adults that watch it now, do they actually find it entertaining, or is it nostalgia bringing them back to the childhood of how much they liked it as a kid?
This is more controversial than the water tower talk. I don't know why you brought this up. Why would you want to bring up nostalgia?
I would equate it to something you are familiar with. Golf, right? When I was a child, basically the only golf course I ever really played was Emily Greens, like 2.5 hours north of here, because that's where my grandparents lived. My grandma would golf at them. So anytime I visited my grandma, maybe like twice a summer, I'd go play the Emily Greens. And even now, if I had a chance to play the Emily Greens, I would. Not because it's some great golf course, but I have the memories of golfing there with my grandma. Like there was something special about that course. So is that what's happening with home run derby and adults watching home run derby?
It could be.
And maybe wrestling as well. Is that why they're watching
that's
SummerSlam?
That could very well be. The nostalgia part could have a lot to do with it. It's another one of those contests that do nothing for me. It's my sport, golf. I'm the official, unofficial ambassador of Minnesota Golf, and I have the proclamation from Governor Ventura to prove it, former Governor Ventura, is the long drive competition. To watch some big gorilla wind up and swing us. I mean, he brings the club so far back. Forget getting to parallel. He gets it so far back that the club is on the other side of him, touching his shoe on the other side. He's a right-hander, and the club is so far back, it's touching the his shoe of his left heel, and he swings as hard as he can. And he can hit it 450, 500 yards. Okay, so you can swing really hard and hit a ball a long way. So you're a big,
And none of them are on the tour.
Yeah, and so that's great. Wow, isn't that amazing? It doesn't impress me. It just doesn't, just like the home run derby doesn't either. So
it don't impress me much.
Yeah, it don't impress me much. But Yeah. I think you might be right. It might have something to do with nostalgia. This one says
it's the same reason you and I both listen to music from when we were kids. That's our favorite, time of music.
Exactly. This one says that's absolutely right.
Yeah.
And I agree with that completely. This one says it's fun when you're a kid. They do it for the kiddos. Do they? Maybe they do. Maybe the kids do it like that. Because again, I was more entertained from sports when I was younger than I am now. When I was 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 years old, collecting baseball cards, playing baseball. Gosh, if we ever got to go to a Twins game, we didn't have a lot of money when I was growing up. So going to Twins games just wasn't, it just wasn't in the cards, right? Or the Phillies or the Tigers for that matter. But loved going to baseball, and I loved it, and I paid attention to all of it, right? Loved it. Just loved it. I used to play this baseball game. I invented my own where I'd sit on the foot of my bed, so facing the headboard, and I would take the baseball cards of all the players, and I'd put Harmon Killebrew at first base. I'd put him out on the diamond, and Rod Carew at second, and I actually kept stats. I couldn't do all the teams in the league. That's too much for a 7-year-old kid. I had 4 teams in the American and 4 in the National. I kept a little stat book. I wish I still had it. And I would roll the dice. 12 would be a home run. 2 would be like a triple. You have all these different things. And I used to entertain myself for hours. I love sport. On the headboard, I had one of those wooden headboards. You know that game day program you get at Twins games? I'd cut out the ads and tape them onto the headboard like it was the outfield wall.
And the Hormel row of fame up there?
Yes. And now it's like, I don't mind a good ball game. I like football, but the rest of them I can take it or leave it. But nonetheless, let's pause, come back, another segment to go, and then we welcome the legendary Mark Roden. Speaking of baseball, there's a famous picture of him at Metropolitan Stadium at the 1965 World Series when he was 11 years old. It's famous. So we'll talk to Mark a little before 2 right here on The Fan.
Us and Nordo at Boardwalk Kitchen and Bar as a World Cup champion is crowned. We'll have the finals match on, tons of games and prizes, and of course, great drink specials. The party starts at 1 p.m. We'll see you this Sunday at Boardwalk Kitchen and Bar in Shakopee.
What's the name of the place again?
Boardwalk Kitchen and Bar in Shakopee. Under the boardwalk.
Under the boardwalk. Do you think one of the games will be the initials game with the yeah. This one says, Come on, what's wrong with you? The home run derby is fun, so you have to ask yourself, are you for fun or against fun? Also, update us where you stand on kids. Well, first of all, if you find it fun and entertaining, knock yourself out. It's not fun for me to sit on my TV and watch baseball players swing as hard as they can on little lobbed pitches across the plate. The guys basically throwing underhand to see if they can. It's great, good. As far as kids, for the longest time, I was for kids and against stadiums. Then I was for stadiums and against kids. Then I was against kids and stadiums, and now I'm for stadiums and for kids. So I've come full circle. Well, I guess I haven't come full circle. I've gone just the opposite of that. This one says, I don't watch any all-star type activities in sports. That said, what's the point of any sport? There's no point to any of it other than entertainment. Well, I've always said that, yeah. I've always talked about at the end of the day, it is just entertainment. But I don't think, if you're asking 100 sports fans, they would all say, yeah, I do it for the entertainment thing, but it also becomes important to them to winning. It's more interesting. It's more fun to watch a football team when they're winning than it is when they're losing, right? And if you are entertained, like I'm entertained by the National Football League, I'm really not entertained by World Cup soccer. And
even within the football, you're not entertained by whatever Pro Bowl thing they're doing now.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But you're right. It is all about the entertainment. Tanner, do you remember?
I guess to your point, like the beauty of sports is every game is different and you're going to see something you haven't seen before.
Yes.
Is there a difference in all of the home run derbies you've watched over the years?
I don't think so. One guy's going to hit more than the other. And I'm just not that impressed by it. That I know we all know they can hit the ball a long way. They're professional baseball players. But when you're just lobbing the ball and throwing up meatballs, it's not that big of a deal. But if you enjoyed it and it was fun for you to watch the Derby, more power to you. I'm glad you liked it. Do you remember when we had listeners put jingles together for the show? Everybody knows what a jingle is, right? Because we used to have, when the Chad Marrero show first started, we had professionally done jingles where you had, Chad and Barrero on Sports Radio 1130, The Fan, KFAN. They were actually ripoffs of WFA in New York. Chad and Barrero, Mike and the Mad Dog.
Chad and Barrero on Sports Radio 1130. The Fan, KFAN.
That little doodle-doodle. And those were taken from, I don't know if it was the same company. I don't know how we got away with it. Maybe it didn't. But it used to be Mike and the Mad Dog on Sports Radio, whatever their callers were, WFAN. So then I had listeners put together. Do we have any of those? There was one that was really good. The one that goes sports, sports, sports. Or did those get eliminated a long time ago?
It's been so long, I have to remember where I put them.
But the reason I bring it up is I was thinking about this the other day. I'd like a jingle. The jingle packages, I don't know if they're expensive now. They used to cost you an arm and a leg. But, years ago, it used to be a pound of flesh and a pint of blood. Then it became an arm and a leg. But they cost a pretty penny, man. You have to be a big-time radio station to have jingles. And those jingles would be used, either going into break or coming out of a break, right?
Common Man.
I remember that one not being great.
No.
Common Man, noon to 3, Monday through Friday, 100.3, Sports Radio, KFAN. Whoa, that's the Fan. The Common Man,
This one.
to the Common Man, noon to 3, tune into the Fan, 'cause it's sports, sports, sports. Your whole life is sports.
Last play. See, how good is that? Last play. I love that one. But I wanted someone to put one together that says, based on one that used to be for WLS. WLS was a music station in Chicago. And their jingle went, music radio, bop, 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 WLS. And I wish we could put one together and go, lazy radio, da, 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 Common Man program.
So you want us to put work into coming up with a lazy radio segment?
Yeah.
Kind of contradicts each other.
It does. I'd like one of our listeners to come up with that. Maybe somebody. I don't know. Lazy radio, bop, 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 the Common Man program. Because it's time for List Radio, which is lazy radio. And they do this every year, they being CBS Sports. They put together their best triplet, their best trifecta. Best quarterback, wide receiver, and running back combination in the National Football League. Tend to be, you follow the National Football League fairly close. Who do you think CBS Sports rates as the very best quarterback, wide receiver, running back combination?
So I'm thinking Bengals, Rams, Lions?
You hit it with Bengals.
Okay.
Number one, Joe Burrow, Chase Brown, and Jamar Chase. I didn't know they had two Chases.
Yeah. Well, they're typically chasing the scoreboard because of their defense.
Yeah. Number two, the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, look at me.
You're really good. Matty Stafford, Kieran, is it Kieran or Kyron?
Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams and Pukanakua. Did I get it right?
Pukanakua.
And number 3, the Detroit Lions.
Oh, look at that.
Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. All right, you got those. Who do you think they're going to put at number 4?
Don't know if Philly would have been in that mix before with Jalen Hurts, Saquon, and A.J. Brown, but A.J. Brown's gone, and I feel like Jalen Hurts is not getting the love he once did. Do we go Kansas City?
Nope. Right conference?
Right division?
Nope.
I mean, it's not Buffalo, is it? Even though they don't really have anyone to throw to?
Nope. Still wrong division.
I don't know.
Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and Zay Flowers. Then it's your Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, Williams, and Lamb. Kansas City comes in at 6 with Mahomes, Walker, and Rashid Rice. Buffalo.
Is he out of jail yet?
I don't know if he is.
Okay.
Buffalo at 7 with Josh Allen, James Cook, and DJ Moore. San Fran is in at 8. Brock, McCaffrey, and Mike Evans. The New England Patriots at 9, Tina. Drake May, Ramondre Stevenson, and A.J. Brown. And 10 would be the Philadelphia Eagles, Hurts, Barkley, and Devonta Smith. If you're waiting for the Vikings...
We're going to have the wide receiver carrying a lot of the load in that regard.
Green Bay's at 12. Love, Jacobson, Christian Watson. The Bears are next at 13. Williams, DeAndre Swift, and Colston Loveland.
I was going to ask, so you can use tight ends?
It sounds like it, yeah. Seattle checks in at 14. Sammy Darnold, Jadarian Price.
He's a rookie.
And Jackson Smith. Njigba. Broncos at 15.
Broncos?
Yeah. Knicks,
I'm not sure
Dobbins, and Waddle.
I'm not sure I'd have the Broncos ahead of the Vikings, to be honest with you.
Falcons, Tua, Bijan, and Drake.
That's one of those where the quarterback's been holding that trio back for a long time in Atlanta.
Houston with C.J., David, and Nico.
Boy. Yeah, your guy David Montgomery's there now.
Monty. Then the Vikings at 18. And they've got Kyler Murray penciled in.
Well, so would I.
Aaron Jones and Justin Jefferson. Says, amazingly, the Vikings rank lower than last year despite Murray stepping into the spot vacated by J.J. McCarthy. It's easy to forget, but hopes were high for McCarthy coming into last year. He was just a disaster once he actually got on the field. Wow. Murray should be a lot better, but with Jones another year older, the Vikings drop a couple of spots despite the fact that Jefferson is smack dab in the middle of his prime and should be far more effective now that he's got a better quarterback under center. Then it's Broncos, Bucks, Jags, Colts at 21, Giants, Saints, Commanders, Radiators, Cardinals, Steelers. Think about that with Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers, Jalen Warren, and DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
Maybe Aaron should have just given it up. Because if winning is a title is what he wants, it just doesn't look like it's happening this year. Panthers at 28. Jets at 29. Titans at 30. Dolphins at 31. And the worst would be the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders, Quinshawn Judkins, and Harold Fannin.
He was a rookie tight end last year. Cleveland being worse than Miami is something.
Yeah.
I guess Miami has Devon A-Chain, but the Dolphins have the worst set of receivers in the entire National Football League.
Did
I think the Dolphins and the Cardinals are tanking this year.
Okay.
I think they're just intentionally not putting their roster in a position to succeed so they can get one of the quarterbacks next year.
Let me ask you a question. Because my memory is so bad. I thought Shedeur Sanders showed some signs of life last year. Did he not? No?
I would say he showed signs of potentially being competent, but I don't know if he showed signs of being a legit NFL quarterback. I mean, they didn't even have him playing right. They had Dylan Gabriel in for him. And we saw Dylan Gabriel when they played the Vikings over season. He was awful.
Okay.
I mean, Shedeur was okay. But it's not even a certainty. It's Deshaun Watson might be starting there.
I've had two people, no less than two, say may as well play Lava Bloom Gal as long as you're playing old music. Should we cue up the old Lava Bloom Gal song? Because someone else did say, they said one that said, I love when we go in the archives of the Grum. Because we do have a lot of stuff in the archives that are fairly entertaining. This one says, more jingles. That was great. I'm laughing. Well, they are. And then he says, and if I'm laughing, ... then the audience.
5:15 at 5:15, and then 18 from T to green, a couple 13, 14, noon to 3, and 5, 3, 4 with 10 of me. Number 52 on 100.3 KFAN, the fan. He's the common man.
Think about oldies are 5:15 at 5:15. I haven't lifted weights in 20 years. That's when I was getting, that was back in 19. So these had to be, unless he was just reaching back into the.
Well, these are pretty old.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? I mean, think how desperate we are. Talking about list radio. We're so desperate for material. We had listeners putting together
2010
jingles. We had listeners putting jingles together for us.
He's just a common man talking on KFAN, hanging out with Tennessee. And if he has his way, that's the way he'll stay. 'Cause highbrow people lose their sanity. A common man is all he'll be.
That's it. It's actually the lyrics of a song from, or at least the melody is from a song by John Conley called The Common Man.
Ben Cole, The Common Man. Ialto, 100.3 KFAN.
Ialto.
Common and Tennessee, 100.3 FM.
Oh, I like that one. You know, some of these were better than I thought they were from back in the day. These were done. Now, this was before the technologies advanced to it's even more.
Pre-auto-tune?
Yeah, pre-auto-tune. Well, obviously.
Common and Tennessee, 100.
That sounds like the same one.
Yeah.
Common Man, Antenna B, KFAN Radio, 100.3 FM.
We should start playing those. Those are good.
If we broadcasted out of Cosmos, the city with the, that's the one we'd have to play that jingle.
I think you're right. I like that. Are there more?
Yeah, we have 3 from bass player guy.
Okay.
Aspirations, no expectations. Common Man, Antenna B on the KFAN. NLTO.
Low expectations, high aspirations. Very good.
Common Man and Mark Brooks. Sports. Well, Common can road to go. KFAN 2.
Well, it ends abruptly. Or did you cut it off?
No, that's the way. This one's a little longer, but same guy.
You don't know me, but I'm the common man. I was raised here in this terrible town. I've got a show that's on the KFAN. listen whenever you can.
Sound like you got Michael McDonald to do that. Okay. Maybe we'll do Lava Bloom-Gal one of these days. She wrote a song about me.
She's still listening. That's what I want to know. Is she still around?
If you remember, we talked about this. It's probably going on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. We talked about, should we try to reach out to her? Because I heard she moved to California. There's gold in them, our hills. And I think it was her brother. I think it was a family member, a brother or someone else said, oh, she's out in California. She'd be happy to join you guys on the radio. So maybe we should do that sometime. Play her song and see. Because, I mean, it was her only hit.
My dream would be for her to, like, perform that live at the State Fair.
Oh, that would be too much to ask. But she did a really good job. It was so long ago. It was, the chorus goes, he's my Dante, he's my Tory. Oh, I love to hear his story. So that was back with Dante Culpepper.
Yeah, baby.
And Tory Hunter. They've not been around. There are probably listeners that never watched Tory or Dante play. But that was, yeah. She put together, she worked at it. She plays the guitar, the whole thing. It's a really nice work. We'll do it at another time.
Or if Murph wants to perform live at the State Fair.
Murph, Unfinished Business.
Love to have you.
That was really good, too. And then Constellation Champ Guy did a lot of great songs.
Yep.
We're very musically inclined on this show. We've had a lot of musicians. Tom Hips, he's the one that does the very first song of the show. Common Man. And then Gary Lewis of the Jayhawks.
The artists are drawn to you.
They are.
The creativity.
Because they understand we all share that same trait, that same gene. Well, let's go ahead and break. Speaking of creativity, artists, the legendary one, Mark Rosen, will join us next here on the Common Man program on The Fan.
Mark Rosen joins the Common Man next.
Give me more drugs!
On The Fan.
From the 1-800